Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is December 2nd, 2024. Here is another daily analysis starting with S&P 500 daily chart. So we just got a bullish candle today, a new all-time high for S&P 500, 6,049 right now. So S&P hit 6,050 level for the first time in the history. This is kind of like a short and kind of like very shallow rally to the upside. Market just going up and muscle up. You see that this is very short candle. So these short candles actually are not the favorite for bulls and bears because everyone is just looking for some kind of like a reversal or kind of like a sharp spike to the upside. But it didn't happen either case. So it just market just muscled it up. Very low volume and going up after this election rally to the upside. So market just have like a very shallow corrective move and then getting back to the upside. I was kind of like a disappointing for any correction because I'm kind of like in that camp still looking for a decent corrective move for a buying opportunity. I know market is kind of like a frustrated for bulls and bears at the same time, but when we are just getting to the December timeframe and also for the January, we should see Santa Claus rally. But after January, market usually kind of like a drop. But I believe still we are due for a corrective move, and that correction still is going to be a shallow. There would be ideal case scenario if we hit this trend line, which is going to be less likely to be honest. And I think if it get even to 58 to 50, kind of like a 700 for a next rally or Santa Claus rally, that would be fantastic buying opportunity. For the 2025, that's going to be different story. We will have lots of choppiness down the road for 2025. But for now, we are in 2024, December. December is usually a bullish month, last month of the year, bullish, and Santa Claus rally is going to happen for almost like after winter solstice, which is going to be December 19th and 20th. That's going to be the area that we will see a shakeout. And after that, we will see market just spiking higher to the upside for a Santa Claus rally. All right, moving on to Nasdaq, which was kind of like the reason for rally today. Right now, it's just forming a bullish consolidation in hourly chart. Nasdaq is just getting back to pretty close to a double top here. It's just challenging the double top and broken this trend line, just back testing this. So as long as Nasdaq is pressing higher, which is going to be actually the case for almost all of the bull markets, Nasdaq is going to be a leader, but not this bull market. This bull market, Dow Jones and Russell was kind of like a leading, and S&P actually hit new all-time high as well. But you see that Nasdaq still actually is in trouble for now for getting into new all-time high. We may get to new all-time high tomorrow or this week, but I would say this is going to be a laggard. Russell 2000, Dow Jones, and also S&P prior Nasdaq get into new all-time high. So this is kind of like eye-catching that everyone needs to pay attention. However, Nasdaq just sparking all the way up to 21,167 right now. Futures market slightly positive, but I would say if we get some kind of like a corrective move to here, we should just take it as like a buying opportunity. If Nasdaq consolidates here for longer than kind of like a 1 month or two, that would be very bullish signal for 2025. But I would say, again, as I said, the choppiness is coming, especially starting January. January 20th is going to be a Donald Trump power actually and onwards. So we will see lots of choppiness and lots of volatility coming down the road. Moving on to Russell 2000. Russell 2000 cannot manage to new all-time high today. Still bullish consolidation here after nice rally last week. And we are just getting diverging from this SMA 20. We may see another drop, potentially something like this to this trend line, and then getting back to the upside again. So this is the upper trend line that we are seeing. This is kind of like the channel that Dow is forming right now, and all in all, I should say any kind of like a pullback or any kind of like a drop, that would be kind of like a buying opportunity for Dow Jones Industrial. Moving on to gold, which I believe this is getting ready for another drop to the level that I'm looking at. And just give you a second. So this is a bearish consolidation. If we break through below 2600, then the first target is going to be 25.6070. The second one is going to be 25.80. And the next one is going to be 24.84, which is going to be a fantastic scenario. 24.84, that's going to be the level that I'm looking at for gold at the end of this corrective move to the downside. And this is going to be lots of buying opportunity. Here is the consolidation prior this new all-time high, and this is ascending head and shoulder that breakthrough. So lots of buyers, institution are here as well, 2484 to 2500. So that's the area that I'm looking at. Moving on to silver, the same price action here. Silver just getting down today as well. Right now, future market just 2 points positive. But I believe that even in weekly chart, you will see that here's the consolidation, and silver is getting ready for another or potential final drop for a fantastic buying opportunity. So if silver gets to $25 to $27 folks, that's gonna be the area that you need to be in. You need to have cash for getting into silver. So this is the area that I'm looking at. Lots of buying opportunities are coming here with good miners as well. So stay tuned for that one. Just be patient. Opportunities coming to you when it's the time. Moving on to crude. Crude just having choppiness here as well. So let me zoom in here. Here's the crude chart. As you see here, there are lots of actually, let me just um, yeah, so make it less crowded here. Lots of lines here. 67. So 67, 68, that's the area. And crude is just getting kind of like a very choppy to the bear side. If I want to slice it and dice it, we touch this area a lot. So whenever this or any level touched more often than usual, this means this level is going to get weaker and weaker. It's like a jackhammer just hammering the roof or floor or something. So you can see any of these pins are going to be just attention to this area. So one day it's going to break through to the downside, and when it breaks through, it's going to go all the way down to 61. 61 is going to be a great support if it doesn't hold 51 to 53. Right now, I would say crude is a kind of like a potential selling opportunity rather than buy. I was so bullish on crude, but right now I would say still I'm bullish, but I would say this pattern tells me that the short term is going to be on the bear side. Moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin. Let me go to my Bitcoin chart. Today we just got a choppiness here, still a bullish consolidation, nicely forming here for Bitcoin. So Bit is getting ready for another rally to the upside. $110 or 110K is coming down the road. And that is very, very important level for Bitcoin. So I would say still there is going to be another 10, 15% to the upside for Bit. Ethereum is the same. So Ethereum is just working out here just prior this trend line. So this consolidation below this trend line is very bullish. So when we see this consolidation here, prior this trend line, that's going to be a very nice bullish scenario to the upside. And I'm just looking for that one, Ethereum to new all-time high. Bond yield just coming down today as well. Actually gapped up here, but it was not the level that I'm just looking at. It's just a dead cat bounce. So bond yield is reversing to the downside. And I believe more downside for bond yield is coming, and US dollar is going to get weaker and weaker down the road. TLT Treasury just to spike up today nicely after gap down. So this is a bullish structure forming TLT or Treasury bottom around 90, 89.90. And right now we are in a bullish momentum to the upside. WIX going down 1.26% to the downside. Dixie just gapped up today nicely and going all the way up. But this is going to be a dead cat bounce though. So still looking for Dixie to work out and getting back to the downside. The pattern here is forming like a head and shoulder here. So here's the shoulder, here's the head, and here's the right shoulder is forming for a next drop to the downside. If it goes below 105, then the next level is going to be 103. If there is a bounce, that's going to be the bigger head and shoulder here for a next move to the downside to 100 level. So I would say any bounce in Dixie could be kind of like a selling opportunity. Magma indicator, nice breaking through to the upside today. Lots of big techies actually initiate this rally. Apple new all-time high today, 239.59, and they just again a bit after hours though. Amazon nicely $2.82 up, pretty close to new all-time high, just challenging this double top here. And Meta, this is very interesting. I just put analysis on my channel as well. So this is ascending megaphone, or sorry, descending megaphone here. So this descending megaphone is very, very confusing pattern, folks. The reason that I'm saying is I have lots of case for megaphone breaking through either way. So you cannot predict exactly which way is gonna break through. Right now, obviously, its bullish structure is forming here, but we need to see a breakthrough, strong breakthrough above 600. So if it breaks through, it's going to go skyrocketing to the upside. If it gets to the downside, I would say the 520 is coming. So here's the level that I'm looking at. 520 to 530 is coming down the road. So this megaphone is getting bigger and bigger and volatile, more volatile down the road. So we will see how it goes. But Meta obviously had a fantastic day, 3.22% to the upside today. Microsoft, the same pattern here, getting back above 430. So Microsoft 440, that's the level that I'm looking at for a top. And Google, $2.54 up. Not a bad session for Google after hitting this trend line 162, getting back to the upside 171. So after earning, Google had lots of volatility, especially when there is a file or case against Google that Google Chrome needs to be splitted from the company. And I don't know why exactly they're saying that, just because somebody is working hard to make a platform and they said, you are strong and you just monopolize the entire internet. Yeah, if you have another competitor, just welcome. Why you're splitting that strong company? I don't know. This is something strange that totally against the entrepreneurship. No one is going to be stronger, because if they're getting stronger, they have a fear that, hey, the government is coming after me and they're gonna just split me. So I wouldn't work hard. I wouldn't do anything. Anyway, so Netflix $10 up today. Not a bad session. It's just getting back to the upside after sharp panic on November 25. So Netflix is getting back to the upside. Tesla 3.46% to the upside. Not a bad session. Still volatile around this 350 area. Semiconductor index, SMH, actually, they're just getting back to the upside nicely. I would say we need to keep an eye on this sector, because if this is the beginning of this rally, potentially lots of upside for Nasdaq and semis are coming. Stocks, the same pattern here, just is strongly going up. Taiwan Semiconductor just forming a great bull flag here. So this bull flag is forming very nicely. Still, it is not triggered, but if it triggers, it needs to go above 200, back test, getting back strong rally to the upside. So if it's a strong rally, if it gets through for a pullback, there is going to be a good risk reward to get into in this name. So this is pretty interesting for Taiwan Semiconductor. AMD, the same here. So 3.56% to the upside. AMD looks like it is pretty close to the bottom, folks. I know that I'm telling you 100 times, maybe more than 100 times. 100, 125, that's the area that I want to buy. But sometimes market actually doesn't come to my level exactly, because I'm super conservative. I'm just looking for dirt cheap, high, good quality names. But this is not getting to that level yet. So here's the support, and here's the institutional level. So the reason that I'm looking at this level is just one candle once initiate this rally. Look at that. So If it gives us another chance, that would be kind of like the good scenario for buy, risk to reward. And this is kind of like the bigger picture. Usually AMD is getting to a very frustrating move before the next rally. So I can give you 100 examples. So this is another one in 2021, 2022. Look at the rally after that. And here is another one, like at June 2023, all the way to October 2023. This is a double bottom. Look at the rally after that. So this is one of those scenarios, folks. If AMD goes down to this lower low, that would be potentially the final low before a parabolic move to the upside. So that's going to be kind of like interesting. That's why I'm just waiting for this final low to capitulate everyone, everything, and then getting back to the upside. Nvidia nicely holding up here after sell-off last week. Nvidia getting back to $140 right now. If it goes to here 120, that's going to be great. Again, opportunity for Nvidia to get back in. I would say Texas Instruments 75 cents up, not a bad session. Lam Research though, that was kind of like a rock star today. This name is capitulated and it's forming its bottom. This is a bullish pattern here that's forming. It's kind of like a ending diagonal pattern. And you see that 4 consecutive low. If we get here, then a pullback potentially to this broken support here, then we can get to the upside. So I'm just looking for this. So this area and this area could be great buying opportunity. Wait for Lam Research to just to show itself because it's going to be a parabolic move. Moving on to financials, XLF, which is a financial spider, reversing to the downside, 1%. So that's why Dow was negative as well. KBE going down for the 4 consecutive days. KRE, the same pattern here, 4 consecutive days to the downside. JP Morgan, $3.47 down. Goldman Sachs, $6.86 down. Bank of America, 47 cents down. Wells Fargo, 89 cents down today. So all banks are getting to the weaker side. They have done a fantastic rally to the upside. Let's wait for them to give us another potential buying opportunity. Moving on to the gold miners, I believe that gold miners are kind of like coming along with gold. So they are looking for another drop potential for a final drop for a next rally. So this is a 28 to 32. This $4 for GDX, that's going to be the great area for buying opportunity, waiting for that one. GDXJ, the same pattern here is forming. So 39 to 40, that's going to be the area that I'm looking at. AEM, and this one is pretty good actually, holding up nicely. It can go down to test this level. So 70 to $74, that would be the area that I'm looking at. Newmont is just forming another H pattern to the downside. So this one can go all the way down here to 36 to 37. Franco-Nevada, the same pattern here. This is a QM pattern. It can go all the way down to 100, even level 110. That's the level that I'm looking at. Gold Barrick, the same pattern here. It's just getting back to the downside. This is the final low, I believe, is forming. So if we get below this, that's going to be capitulation. And that's the area that I'm looking at for fantastic buying opportunity. Let's wait for that one. Moving on to XLE, which is Energy Spider. After early session, it's just getting back to the upside after, I believe, Trump threat Hamas that if they don't release all the hostages, it's going to be the hell in the Middle East after he came back to the power. So we will see XOP, the same pattern here. So going down, then getting back up. I believe this is a very nice technical reaction to 142. OH, the same pattern here, going down and then came back up. Exxon, 11 cents down today, but forming the bottom here on Chevron, actually just got a positive, managed it positive, 28 cents, and not a bad session for Chevron. Chevron, I believe, holding up very well, and it can go higher down the road. All right, folks, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button and share it with just 1% who doesn't know about this analysis. Have a fantastic evening. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.